Hello everyone, welcome to Tabletop Adventures. As you may notice, this is not the cast you're accustomed to. Michael Huber is out of the country on assignment, so we couldn't record a normal Tabletop Adventures, but I was getting very frustrated. We have so many weeks where we just don't do anything to you guys because either I'm gone or someone else is gone or something comes up, and so I thought we'd try something a little bit different. I think these three fine gentlemen here would be excellent at playing D&D. It'll give me a chance to kind of stretch my wings and tell a little bit of a different story, and we'll see how it goes. I want to introduce all of your characters, but real quick, the nature of this adventure takes place in the same world that you're already accustomed to, but it's going to feature a totally different town, a totally different villain, all that sort of stuff. Maybe they will connect at some point, maybe not. It depends on their decisions and things like that. The other thing is I don't want this to be a perpetual thing. It will probably be 1 or 2 episodes, and then depending on how it goes, we'll kind of go from there. And how you guys like it, we'll see. But to start things off, Bradley Ellis, who are you? What is your character?
Okay, I am Greyhorn.
Okay.
I am a dwarf warrior.
Mm-hmm. Are you a... So Hogger is the fighter in our normal Tabletop Adventure groups, and he just kind of charges into things without thinking. What is sort of the nature of Greyhorn? How does he act? Have you decided yet?
Greyhorn is calm and collected in the battlefield.
Okay.
He's very tactical, but he loves a good fight.
Awesome. So just loves getting in there, shedding some blood.
Yeah, but he knows when to go in and when not to go in.
Okay. I feel like that kind of describes the relationship between you and Huber as well.
Yes.
Okay. Brandon Jones.
Different thing.
Who are you?
I am Elian Ray, and I am a elf rogue.
I need to write this down. I'm gonna forget. I know I'm gonna
Take
forget
notes.
Elian Ray. You're an elf rogue. Okay, describe Elian Ray to me. What's when shit goes down? How do you react?
Elian Ray is always the one who's quick with the joke.
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily take things very seriously. That is, you could describe that as a fault of his. That I'm sure people would rather he would take things more seriously, but he just can't.
Okay. A jokester.
The world is too funny to him.
I like this. I like this a lot. And finally, Don Casanova. Who are you?
All right, Ben. I am June Generakis, and I'm a wizard.
June Generakis?
Best name.
Thank you. And, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about June. How's June forming in your mind?
Okay, so I'm more comfortable in nature and outside of civilization, so I get a little uncomfortable in social situations, and that can cause me to be rather awkward. And I usually tend to, when faced with a challenge or a problem, I'm going to look at something outside of the box, some kind of solution that maybe isn't very straightforward and obvious. I'm very cautious when approaching problems.
Excellent. Few stipulations before we jump in. These guys had virtually no time to prepare. I kind of just said pick from these characters. They are not very familiar with D&D. Some of them have had role-playing experience before, but especially 5th edition, I think they're all extremely fresh. So keep that in mind. They're probably going to have questions where there are probably going to be stumbling blocks, but you're very used to that. The other group has a lot of stumbling blocks. Yeah, oh yeah, people still don't know how to attack. So just keep that in mind. But finally, let's set the scene for where you guys are. I'm really excited about this. I hope it goes well. You guys, as seen in the picture, are in a dark and dank dungeon.
Gross.
There is a musty smell. Each of you is in a cell that's about 10 feet wide, 5 feet long. The cells are covered by walls on 3 sides. And you don't see each other. You're all in individual cells. You're not even aware that the other people are in there. You've also never met each other. The one other thing is you don't know how you got in this dungeon. You were all kind of exploring your own motivations. I'll leave that for you to decide, and if you need help, let me know. But the way we're kind of going to do this initial scene is we're going to take it one by one. So I'll say, hey, Brad, this is what you see in your cell. What would you like to do? And in fact, we'll start right there. So Brad, to kind of give you a little bit of window dressing, there's loose straw kind of on the dungeon, and you're not sure why. You've been in dungeons before, and it seems like an animal has been here of some sort. There's a hole kind of cut into the ground where you can do your business. But other than that, other than one candle that you can see on the outside of the cell that's kind of very lightly illuminating things, there's not a lot there. The ground is also kind of wet. Outside of the cell, you see a corpse, a naked corpse of an emaciated man. It looks like his corpse has been disfigured in some way. It's hard to tell his age, but you can tell that it's a human corpse. It's just out of reach. It's like lying right in front of you outside the cell. What would you like to do?
Quick question.
Yeah.
So when we're doing all this, do we talk as our character and everything like that?
Yes. So as little as possible, and of course you can't be perfect with it, as little as possible, don't talk as Bradley Ellis, talk as Greyhorn.
Okay.
Think as Greyhorn. You don't have to do like a special voice for everything, but try to present your thoughts the way that he would.
Okay. Oy, how did I get myself into this one? Ugh, what is this on this floor? Ugh, I need a drink. What's that over there? What's that? Oh, laddie. Looks like he didn't have a good one. What's that? Does he have something on him? I need something to try to reach over there.
So you're looking at the corpse.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that you're investigating the corpse. So as I said before, the corpse is completely naked, but kind of as you get closer to it, you notice that it has a tattoo on his wrist. So he's kind of lying in the fetal position with his arms like curled toward his face, but you can see on his wrist that he has a symbol. And the symbol looks like, I'm a big fan of symbols. I've used them in the main campaign. This is a bad drawing of it, but it kind of looks like that. It's drawn in pencil, so it's hard for the camera to see, but it's basically a loop with a line through it, and you don't know what that means.
Okay.
Right below that symbol, you can very clearly see what looks to be a key, also tattooed below that.
Oh, that weird tattoo on there. What's that? Is that a key? Oh man, I need a stick or something trying to get over there. Mm-hmm. Stick my hand through the bars. The cell. Yeah, the key, please. It's no use.
So, I should also tell you that Brad, your character, before you got into the dungeon, had quite a bit of equipment. You had an explorer's pack that had a rope in it. It had a bedroll. You had a backpack. You had torches. You were also carrying a giant warhammer and shield. All that stuff is not on your person at this time. However, your armor, your chainmail, is still on you. So you're trying to, and failing, to grab the key.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move on to Brandon. Keep in mind, however, that if you need something, like you need a way to keep you need a way to reach that corpse, what you can do in D&D is you can kind of examine your environment and say, I look around, and I look for something that would maybe help me reach that corpse. So keep that in mind. Brandon, your cell is smaller than Brad's is. It's a 5x5 cell. Again, 3 stone walls on 3 of the sides. Yours is completely dark. There's nothing illuminating. In fact, it's very hard for you to see. Luckily, you're an elf. You have dark vision. So it's not as much of a hindrance as it would be for other races. Your cell seems special in a way. There's no hole cut in for you to go to the bathroom or anything like that. But you see a bunch of junk piled in the corner. It's a bunch of like broken pots and just like pieces of wood, just a bunch of rubble, and you're not really sure why it's there.
Wonderful. They put me in storage. And I'll start going through it.
Okay, so you pick through the storage. Could I have you make a perception check, please? And
sure.
So perception is a skill, and so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll a d20 and add your perception bonus, which is listed in your skills. So you roll, you add that number. If it has
It says -1 for perception.
Yes, but is the square next to it filled in?
Yes.
That means you add your proficiency bonus. So anytime we see a square that's filled in next to something, that means you're proficient in that skill, so you add your bonus. So if it's -1, you add the +2, so you actually get a +1. Does that make sense?
It does not. When you add the +2, where am I getting that +2 from?
The +2. So this is this is just a general thing.
Oh, just a general proficiency bonus.
So the rule is anytime I'm proficient in something, I add +2. So here, because it's -1,
so it's actually
+2
+1
makes
at the
it
end
go
of
up.
the
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right, cool. 12.
Okay. So
Yes.
you're searching through the rubble and you notice that there's something kind of shiny at the bottom. You actually see a pool of water, and there's something kind of glinting at you. But surrounding it is a bunch of broken glass, and so if you were to stick your hand in there, it may not turn out super pretty for you. You might get cut up.
Can I take the pieces of glass out? Can I pick them out?
You can. The pieces of glass, you see certain pieces of glass kind of jutting up out of the water, so you don't know exactly where all of them are.
There's nothing else. This is the most interesting thing that I found in this pile.
So far, like up into your digging to this point, the most interesting thing you found is sort of this thing that's kind of glinting at you. But that's not to say there aren't other things in there.
Other things in the water or just in the cell?
In the pile. Like you're digging in. It's a pretty big pile. You're digging in one specific spot, and this is what you found in that one spot. If you kind of move over, you may find some other things you might not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Does word toilet exist in?
Yeah, sure.
A glass toilet, wonderful. And then I will move on to another part of the pile and continue searching.
So you keep digging. You actually find torn up pieces of parchment that have writings on them, but it's kind of hard to discern what the writings say because it's only like fractions of words or like little letters here and there. You're not exactly sure what's on the parchment.
Some light reading. And then what am I wearing?
You're wearing leather armor.
Okay.
So
do I have a pocket or something I can just kind of put the
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
in?
You can totally pouch that stuff.
Yeah, I will pocket those.
Okay.
And keep on digging.
Okay. So you keep digging, and you really don't see anything else. There's, like I said, there's a bunch of like clay pots that are kind of broken. One of the pots is fairly intact. There's only a crack on its like lip, so that might be useful to you as well.
I'm gonna smell that. Would I recognize the smell?
I like that you that you. Could you make? Let me see your skills. Okay. I'm actually going to have you make an Arcana check.
Ooh. I hope it's a potion. What's my? It's the same D20.
Yeah, you don't get. It's just +2 for this, whatever you roll.
That is 11, I believe. 11.
So you are successful, but you're not resoundingly successful in your roll. So what that means is you kind of get a hint of what's in there. So you are a rogue. You're somebody that travels from town to town, picking pockets, scamming people, that sort of thing. And so on your travels, you've encountered a lot of different types of characters. You've seen a lot of different things, in great cities to very small hamlets. And so you know that the smell emanating from this pot was used to brew potions of some sort. But normally, the smell of brewing potions is a lot more pleasant. It smells like chemicals, but it's not offensive. This is foul. This is gross. Somebody was doing some not so good things, but you can't exactly discern what exactly it was they were up to.
And it's just this one vase or whatever, this one little pot that has this strange smelling stuff in it.
The other fragments also have it as well, but this is definitely the strongest of the smell.
Does it have like a top to it? Can I like open it up? Or?
So it's already open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this just kind of smells like it. There's not like water, any liquid in there.
There is. There's actually green residue kind of clinging and staining the pot.
Can I pour that out?
It's dry. There's not a lot in there. You can just tell that some liquid was in here. It was green. It's not currently in there right now.
Can I hear anything while I'm in there? Like, have I heard? Do I hear any? Can I see that there are other cells? Like, can I hear anything coming from any of the other cells?
This is really good. So make another perception check.
All right. 10.
Okay. So you hear something kind of curious. You hear what sounds like bones, just kind of very quickly and very faintly, like knocking against each other. It's like a da 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 da. It's like a jittering of sorts, and you're not sure where it is. But it's about 10 feet behind your cell. So you can go and you can investigate that noise if you want. You also hear every so often, periodically, it's like somebody dropped a bowling ball above you. You just hear a.
And that's been going the whole time since I woke up?
No, it actually sort of just happened just now.
Oh, okay.
But it's happening intermittently. It's about every 30 seconds, sometimes it's 2 minutes, sometimes it's 5 minutes. Time is elapsing as I'm telling you all these things. You hear a banging sound, but it is recent.
So I'll say very loudly, just kind of like I'm speaking conversationally to myself, but it's like loud as I can, get it out there. Just like
you're projecting.
I've been in several prisons before, but none have smelled like this.
So both of you guys hear this. Brad, it sounds like it's coming from your right wall, and Dawn, it sounds like it's coming from your left wall. So that maybe kind of gives you an indication of the layout of the cells. You guys can choose to respond to this voice if you want, or you don't have to.
I'll respond.
Okay.
What was that? Hello? Hello?
Oh, wonderful, I'm not alone.
Oh, that sounds like an elf. I don't like it.
What? Oh, did you say that to yourself? Did I hear that?
Yeah, I was just saying it to myself.
Unless you guys say otherwise, I'm assuming that you're speaking loudly enough that you can hear each other.
Okay. No, I don't care if he hears that then.
Okay.
Well, if I don't remember how I got here, I'm assuming you don't either.
I hate elves.
Judging by your resilience, I would guess you're not elvish.
Don, do you want to chime in?
Yeah. Did you wait? You didn't mention anything about the smell, though, did you, Brandon? Did you say that?
I just said it smells in here.
Oh, okay.
Just making a pretty base observation.
I hope one of you in your cell is dead, because that's all I can smell, if that's what you're talking about. It smells like the smell of dying flesh. I can't see anything outside my cell, can I?
You can. In fact, you can see something. Let's cover that really quickly. So Don, your cell is the same size as Brad's. There's a hole cut in for you to go to the bathroom. There's also some stuff on the back wall that you might want to check out at your earliest convenience, but the most important thing that you can see is right outside your cell is a wall, is another wall about 5 feet away, kind of the other side of the hallway. There's a torch on it, and standing right in front of you, staring at you, is a skeleton with a broken copper sword that he's holding in his right hand, and nothing else. Other than that, he's just bones. He has not responded to you talking, he hasn't responded to you moving, he's just standing there, and his bones are kind of clanking together. Like he'll stand there and kind of shake.
He's standing on his own, he's not propped up against
No,
anything.
he's standing on his own. He's animated.
And there are no openings in my cell at all. Like, is it dark in my cell too?
The torch on the other side of the wall is giving you actually the most light out of anybody. So you can see your cell very well, which is good because you're a human, and unlike these guys, you don't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to look around my cell though. What sort of things are in there?
Okay, so your cell is pretty bare. But there's one thing that's kind of off-putting. There's actually a trail of blood that is on the ground and is kind of running out of your cell. The blood actually seems like it's pretty recent. So you're not sure who the previous occupant was. The other thing that you can see is there's actually a small crack in the back of your wall. It was like somebody was trying to dig out, but before they could get all the way through, somebody did some bad stuff.
Can I try to look through the crack to see if I can see anything on the other side?
Yes, you can. So when you look through the back of the crack, the crack in the back of the wall, you actually see stairs leading up. And you see a wooden door ajar. And you see light streaming through. Other than that, there's not a lot. You just see a few torches on the walls, like kind of bookending the staircase. But other than that, there's not really much of note. The ceiling is leaking water as well. You see drops of water kind of plopping on the ground.
Uh-huh. What can I, if I smell the air though, what do I smell? Do I really smell just the dead body, or can I smell this liquid in Brandon's cell?
Yeah, the smell, the potion smell that Brandon smelled was strong, but it's not so strong that you can smell it. You do smell a corpse, and that's pretty much all you can smell. You also smell like kind of the musty air as well, like there's mold and mildew about. But other than that, you don't really smell anything.
Okay.
And again, now that you guys kind of have an idea of what's in your cells, you don't have to wait. You know, if there's a pause and you have an idea or you want to interject, go for it.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know you're there yet.
Yeah.
Have you seen any guards?
None yet. Nothing.
Well, that's in our favor. If we lose our life in these cells, I doubt we'll be the first to.
Aye. Probably right.
Where is that skittering sound coming from?
Don't know. I can't make it out well enough.
I'll move closer just to where that sound's coming from.
Okay.
That whatever side of the cell that is.
I'm sorry, I had an itch.
What was that?
It's a very noisy itch.
Well, I was getting rather nervous because my cell seems to be leaking water. I think we're under a lake. I didn't want to tell you we're here, but there's a guard outside my cell. He seems to be in some sort of trance, and he's undead.
Oh boy. Look at the three of us. Look at what we've gotten into.
But if I think if we work together, we can possibly find a way out of this. I found a pot that has some kind of strange smelling substance in it, but I don't see how that can help me. Anyone else have any tools or anything they can find in their cells?
Can you be specific, very specific about the smell? Is it something natural or is it something synthetic?
Like I said, you know that it was used as like potions for brewing.
Someone with much more wisdom than I has been brewing up something interesting in it. I couldn't tell you exactly what.
I need to get a closer look at this. If there's any way you can pass it through to me.
Does it fit through the bars?
The pot is too big to fit through the bars. You could break the pot and send the pieces through the bars, but no.
I will try to just not like smash it, but just kind of crack it and see if I can split it down the middle or something.
Sure.
A nice thin piece.
Definitely. You kind of just lightly pound it on the wall until it splits. It kind of splits into 3 big chunks, which you can send through the bars.
I send one over. Please don't rip my arm off.
Okay, so I want to examine this dried residue to see if maybe I can identify what components are there.
Yeah, and so that's one of the interesting things is you actually see so your cells are all level with each other. So on the left we have Dawn, in the middle in the smallest cell we have Brandon, and on the right we have Brad. I should be calling you by your names, but just to keep things simple right now, I'll do your real names. And you see his hand stick out, and he drops the pieces close enough where you can actually reach out and grab them. And you do that. You group the pieces.
Yeah.
So you see the same thing that Brandon saw. You see that they have green stains on them, and that there's this very strong smelling residue.
But I can't identify what it is.
You can if you succeed in your roll. So make an Arcana check, please, which you should be super skilled with.
3.
Are you proficient in it? Is the box ticked next to it?
Yes.
Okay, so add a +2, so it's actually a +5 on your roll.
Okay, here we go. 15.
Okay, so that is a 20.
Well, no, 10 plus 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 15 total.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope, it's okay. So June, you are someone who is kind of cold, really, because all you care about is knowledge. You find a lot more comfort in books and scrolls than you do people. Because of that, you've kind of spent most of your life as a loner. And you're not always the best in social situations. But because you've devoted so much time to your studies, you know a lot about magic and arcana and the history of the world. And you also know a fair bit about alchemy. You know exactly what was brewing in this pot. And it's an insidious potion that is in fact banned from use. A group of magi actually sought to destroy all knowledge of this potion, but they weren't entirely successful. What it is when consumed by someone, their skin melts off of them, and they become a mindless undead warrior under the control of whoever brewed the potion. So you get the feeling that somebody's been creating a legion of skeletal warriors. Now, the information that I just told you, the way that it works in D&D is I'll reveal huge things, but if I only reveal it to you, you're the only character that knows it. So if you want to relay this information, you actually have to tell Brandon and Brad.
Well, does it smell familiar?
This potion, unfortunately, that was brewed in this pot is going to be of no help to us. In fact, things have gone from bad to worse.
All right, laddies, let me take care of this. So I'm going to investigate the door that we're locked behind, the cell door. I'm going to shake it to see if it's weak.
Good call. Can you make a strength check, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's about time.
Strength 2.
Get some strength up in here.
So then we'll have +2 proficiency, which has the mark, so it's 4 strength.
Yep, so it's +4. So roll the big die, the d20, and then add +4.
So 10 +4, 14.
Okay. So this prison of sorts has been around for a long time. You actually see that the iron bars covering your cells are pretty rusted. So when you shake it, you hear a loud creak, almost like the door is weakening. But something happens when you shake the door. The skeleton that was in front of Don's cell, June's cell, now comes and stands in front of yours. With your hands on the bar, he actually swings his sword at your hand. Can I have you make a dexterity check, please?
Dexterity check. +1.
Okay. Roll your d20 and add +1.
So 13.
Okay. When he swings his sword, you actually manage to let go, but just before that, he nicks your finger a little bit. And you take 1 point of damage.
Ah, you bony bastard.
And you're bleeding.
Ah.
When he sees the sight of your blood, you actually see 2 red eyes kind of light up in the skeleton's face. He seems to react to blood.
Can I see this from my
Yes,
cell?
you can. Yes, you can see this. Yes, you can see.
I probably can't see his hand,
exactly.
but like I can see the thing walk over and swing. Like.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Would I have any power over this mindless skeleton, or I know that this potion makes him controlled by some other entity?
You know the potion is making it so he's controlled by some other entity. So yeah, you have no direct influence on him right now.
And could I see what happened there with him
you can
getting?
See you see that the skeleton moved,
but not that he's
space.
focused on the injury.
You see the eyes light up. You don't see Brad or really Brad's hands or anything like that. Greyhorn's hands.
So I'm sitting there cursing, going, "You're lucky I don't have my warhammer."
What happened?
He nicked me. He cut me right in my finger. Bastard.
He nicked you? I don't know if I've ever heard a dwarf say the word nicked before.
What would you know of it, elf?
Well, I've never been nicked before, so I don't know. It must be different for dwarves.
Oh, look at this one now here.
So are we any closer to getting out of here?
Well, my cell is pretty loose. I think I could charge through it, but the skeleton's standing in front of me now.
I mean, how do you think you got his attention?
I just made a lot of noise. Shook my bars.
I can do that. So I have nothing on me. I just have the armor.
Yeah.
Is there anything? I got the pots. Is there anything metal? And anything I can clang against the bars? Try to get.
What you've seen in the rubble.
Shake the bars.
You've seen the shiny thing, which you haven't acquired or anything like that yet. There's the glass. There's pieces of wood, and then there's the clay from the pots.
Yeah, I'll just grab some wood and just start banging it against the bars and screaming at the thing.
Okay. The thing moves towards your cell. What it does, you're making a lot of noise. Like, you're running the wood against the bars and things like that. You're being very disruptive. Skeleton doesn't seem to like this. He doesn't just swing for your fingers. He actually tries to stab you through the bars with his copper sword. Can you make a dexterity check, please?
Dexterity should be pretty good.
This will be a
I got +5 dexterity.
Yeah. Yep. +5. That's correct.
And I'll need it. 12.
12 total?
12 total.
Okay. So, kind of in a similar situation to Brad, you're only slightly successful. He does, the tip of his sword manages, as you try to kind of roll out of the way, it does nick you a little bit.
Okay.
And it hurts. It pierces your leather armor.
Oof.
You take 3 damage.
Oof.
Do I hear him get hit?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you cry out in pain.
How do I denote damage? So do I have 9 there?
Yeah, you have 9, so minus
no.
3 of 6.
Oh no. I should probably write that in pencil though, right?
Here's a pencil.
So I can erase that for later.
So I hear this, and I go, "Oh, ho, ho, ho. My other tables have turned, haven't they?"
I do believe I've been nicked.
That's it. I don't say anything after that.
What's that?
I don't say anything after he says that.
Now's your chance. Try to break out of your cell.
So I back up, put one shoulder forward, and I charge the door.
Okay. Can I have you make a strength check, please?
Sure. So it's 4 with proficiency. So I'm going to roll the 12 one again?
Actually, no. So it would be, you have a proficiency with the strength saving throw. So what that would mean is, let's say a door is falling on top of you.
Okay.
You save yourself with your strength. When you're just trying to bust through something, you're not really saving yourself from anything. So it's just a +2.
Okay. So I'm going to roll this guy. So 12.
Okay. Your burly dwarven body hits the door. And it breaks, but it doesn't totally break completely. It's sort of, the way that it goes is the left corner kind of pops off, and there's a small hole in the left corner.
Okay. So I try to stick my hand through it to reach the key.
What
Is
key?
it the one that was laying by the corpse?
No. So to explain it again, the I didn't explain it very well because I said he had a tattoo, and then I said he has another tattoo. He actually has 2 tattoos.
Okay.
One is in the shape of a key.
Oh.
He doesn't actually have a key next to him.
Okay.
So one is this weird symbol that you don't know what it is, and the other right below that is a tattoo of a key.
I'm like,
You want to try to reach for the corpse?
Yeah, I want to try to pull the corpse closer to me, actually.
Okay. You're given enough room that you can kind of crouch down and grab the right leg of the corpse. You pull it towards you. You can actually even pull it into your cell if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull it into my cell.
Okay. So getting a closer look at the corpse, its face seems like it's been horribly burned. It's like its eyes and nose and lips have been burned off of it, and it's all like kind of gross and leathery as a result.
So yeah, examine it. So it's just naked, right?
It is completely naked.
I start
the big old wiener in
feeling
your
all
face.
around its skin to see if there's anything within the skin.
Okay. Can I have you make an investigation check, please?
Yeah.
So it's +1 for you.
Okay. So +1? Yeah, but it has... no, it doesn't. Okay. So +1. So 7?
So you're feeling all around this naked corpse, which is a strange thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't feel anything out of the ordinary. It just seems like smooth skin.
Okay.
I mean, not smooth skin, but it,
Yeah.
it just feels like skin.
So I'm doing like, nothing! Ilf, you got any ideas?
Well, I'm...
So you haven't seen the tattoos on the corpse or anything like that?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently occupied. Can I just, like, instead of actually, like, getting close to the bars, can I just chuck a couple things? Not necessarily him, just to like, continue making noise.
Yeah, absolutely you can. So you move away from it to a safe distance where his sword arm can't reach you. And you're kind of just throwing pieces of rubble at the door. And the skeleton thought that his disciplinary action would kind of soothe you and placate you, but it didn't. And so he's getting you can't see it in his face, he's a skeleton, but he's getting angry. And so what he's doing is he's actually trying to break down your door.
Okay.
He doesn't know how to do this very effectively, so he's just kind of slashing his sword at your bars, trying to cut through them.
Well, good news. My door might be open soon. Bad news, I might not be able to get out of my cell. Any luck with that potion?
What are you doing in there with that corpse? Might I ask? Why did you drag that corpse in your cell?
I was just searching it. Trying to find something, some sort of clue.
Do I know it has the tattoos on it, though?
No.
Uh-huh.
You're the only one, Brad, that knows it has.
It has a key tattooed on it and a weird symbol on its other arm.
What does the symbol look like?
I don't know, like a circle with a line through it?
A circle with a line through it. Can I identify that?
Can you make an Arcana check would be most appropriate. Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
So 6 + 5, 11.
That passes. So you know.
Clutch roll.
You know.
You're just a little tired. You're a little groggy.
You know that symbol is actually. So remember how I was talking about the potion? There was this group of magi trying to destroy all evidence of it? Well, there was another group known as the Cult of the Damned. You've read about them in Forgotten Tomes. And this cult are the ones that most heavily used these potions. And in fact, they were obsessed with necromancy, magic of the dead. They seem, almost in a religious way, they have a desire to turn as many people as possible into skeletons, zombies, ghouls, all manner of ghastly undead things. And you know that this symbol is associated with them.
Well, this is worse than I feared. It seems we're in the prison of a very horrible cult, and I think this might be much bigger than all of us expected. I have no power over this creature, though, in any way, huh? The skeleton.
No. You could try to cast a spell where you exude control over it, but you don't have any natural control over it.
But I mean, do I have spells in my knowledge where I could do something like that for the undead?
You have Charm Person. Unfortunately, I don't believe it works on the undead.
Uh-huh.
So no, you don't.
Well, I seem to have a talent for pissing it off.
In fact, speaking of pissing it off, it actually does make a slice through the bars a little bit, and once he kind of cuts through like 3 of the bars, he's trying to peel them down. So he takes his hand and he's trying to create an opening for himself. And it seems like he's doing it at a pretty fast rate.
And the glass is too. I'm gonna like cut myself on the glass, or it's just.
There's a
it's
chance
just
you
jammed. Like
the thing is it's like a pool of water. So you could try to drain the water and figure out what's under there.
Are there any pots, that are like bowl shaped enough
Yes.
that I can start like
Yes.
pulling some water out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that as fast as elfishly possible.
Sure. Can I have you make a dexterity check, please?
See what I did there? Yeah. Uh-oh. Ooh! Do I just stop at 20? Or
So
no,
19 plus
19.
5.
Yeah, so it'd be 24.
Oh, Brandon.
So, fearing for your life, you empty this water as quickly as possible. And what the shining thing was is actually a cracked ruby.
Okay.
And you can see where the glass is well enough that you kind of pick around it. I'm assuming you pocket the ruby.
Yes, I would, very much
Okay.
so.
In terms of...
I might actually like make a breath to be like, never mind. Like,
What was that?
Much better. I want to stress, however, that finding a gem here in this prison, when the rest of it is just like refuse and filth, seems curious to you.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Right.
But
I will investigate that when I get the hell out of this prison.
yeah. As you're kind of emptying the water, the rubble kind of falls, and in the back left corner of your cell, which you couldn't see before, there is a small crack. It's about 3 inches of loose stone.
Is that? Yeah, I would recognize where the voices are coming from, right?
Yeah.
So that's Brad's side, right?
So it is Brad's side. It's like you're in the middle, and the crack is like right there. It's that X right there. So yeah, it's connected to Brad's cell and the other side of the wall, whatever's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like get a finger through it or something, or see if I can get my hand through it.
Yeah, you can actually easily get your slender elfish hands through the hole.
Dwarf, can you see me?
So
Hi.
it's actually on the back side where
Oh.
the bars aren't, so
okay.
he can't see you.
Well,
What? I can't see you. It's too dark.
I'll just take a peek, see what I can see through it.
Okay. You see a hallway, and there are 2 torches flanking what looks like this face of a woman. And one of her eyes is missing, and the other eye is a red ruby.
But it is an actual female human.
No, it's a stone.
Statue,
It's a stone statuesque face of a woman.
How far away is it? Is it like right up against the wall, or is it just like on the other side of a hallway?
On the other side of a hallway. Yep.
Okay. Again, I'm keeping that to myself.
Okay.
How's the guy doing? Is he still working?
He's actually sort of sliding into your cell right now.
Okay, I should think out loud.
He's trying to he peeled the bars down, and now he's like trying to crawl over and through.
If any of you see a way out of here, now would be the time to say something. Anything at all. I'm gonna try to. The crack in the back of my cell? Can I? Is there a way I can use my senses to be able to like? Can I like whistle a song? Can I whistle through that, or make some sort of? Do I have access to the outside world through there? You know what I'm saying? Like, could I maybe communicate with a bird or an animal or something like that?
So, when you peer through the crack, it's just the other side of the wall.
Just stairway going up.
No, so the stairway. Yes, it is the stairway going up. Yes, that's all you see.
But it's just going up into darkness. It's not like going up into light or fresh
It
air.
It is going up into light.
Fresh air.
You don't know if it's fresh air or what it is, but it is lit at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
The doorway is lit.
I decided to search my cell all around me.
Okay. you don't find a whole heck of a lot.
Oh, man.
It's getting to the point, though, where you guys might have to try some rash ideas.
Do I have anything, but do I know that this skeleton is attracted to the blood?
You don't know that it's attracted to blood. All
Like-
you know is that its eyes lit up.
Uh-huh. I ask, what did you do to make that skeleton fall into that trance after he hit you? What was it he was,
He nicked
hypnotized by?
Me. He nicked me and drew
Yes,
some
I heard
blood.
about the nick.
Well, what are you asking for?
After that, what was he staring at?
My
I
blood?
saw him fixating on something.
My blood?
All right, so I will take any piece of. There's no nothing. I want to sop up this puddle of blood with some garment or something that's in my. I have a puddle of blood in my cell.
It's not a puddle of blood. There's just smeared blood, like somebody dragged a corpse from your cell outside of it. It's not a puddle.
Oh, uh-huh.
It's just smeared
Not
blood
enough
on the stone.
to absorb in anything or anything. Like that.
If you had like a cloth or something, maybe you could dab it and see if it's fresh to stick to it.
Mm.
But there's not enough blood there to really pool
Mm.
into anything. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Mage?
Right now, I'm trying to do anything I can to save you, and I'm trying to get the attention of the skeleton so I can get his sword. I think it's the perfect size to fit in this crack in the back of my wall.
Well, if you're going to distract it somehow, let me know right before you do.
Enough of this! I started to charge the door again, my cell door.
Okay. Make a strength check.
So 2. So 2. Just 2, because it doesn't
Plus 2.
count.
Yep.
It's alright. Damn it. So 7.
Okay. It appears as though you haven't eaten in a very long time, and so your strength is kind of sapped from you. You charge against the bars, and you just, when you get there, you just can't give it all of your effort, and you fail.
Too weak.
Now, when you fail a check like this, when there's nothing stopping you from doing it again, you can attempt as many times as you want. There might be a consequence for attempting multiple times, but not always.
I'll try again.
Okay.
Does the thing react to him doing that at all?
No, it doesn't. It is exceptionally pissed off at you. It seems focused on you. It's going to deal with you before it deals with anybody else. He is now in your cell. It's hard to do two things at once, so we'll get to that after we do the Brad stuff, but yeah,
Alright.
he's in your cell.
So 19.
Okay. So, your character, Greyhorn, is a proven warrior, not used to failing at feats of strength. As you kind of just flopped against the door the second time, you're angry at yourself. You kind of psych yourself up. And you manage to throw everything into it. Have the bars come off. In fact, you actually use your head, your hard head, and you take a little bit of damage as a result. You take 4 damage.
Oof.
In fact, your head is bleeding a little bit. But the doors pop off, and you are now in the hall.
Okay, so I look around for a weapon.
Okay. You see no weapons.
I pick.
All you see is that the skeleton has entered Elian's cell.
Is it inside the cell now?
Yes.
I tear a piece of cloth off my thing and sweep up as much of the blood as I can. Is there enough to stop it or no?
Yeah.
Okay, and reach through the bars to hand it to Brad, and I say, try to grab its attention with this.
So I take the cloth
Okay.
and I start dabbing the skeleton with the blood.
So you can't. The skeleton is in the cell.
Okay, so I can't.
So you'd have to get into Elian's.
Well, he
cell.
like broke through it, right?
Yeah,
So
he
I'm
did.
reaching through the cell.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have to make a perception check.
Do a dab roll.
So the skeleton is very dumb, but it's aware of its surroundings to a relative degree, and as this stocky dwarf in chainmail armor comes lumbering over, it actually notices you, and it sees that you're trying to like dab it through the cell, and it's like it backs away, and it doesn't know what's happening, and so it swings, trying to cut off your hand.
Does he have initiative right now?
No, but we're in combat, so everybody should roll initiative.
Okay. Was that 10 or?
So no, it's D20 and then add your initiative bonus. So for you it'd be +3. For you it'd be +1.
Yeah, 12.
3.
You actually got the same roll as my skeletons. Did you roll it?
I rolled a 2 with the +1. Yeah.
Okay. So can I have you roll again, please?
Come on.
Skeletons, plural?
All right.
Skeleton, just skeleton.
Yeah.
11.
I got 10.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Nice.
What did you get, Greyhorn?
10.
And you, Elias? Elian?
12.
Sorry. So you actually have the first action, Elian. You're about 3 feet away from the skeleton. Its attention is now diverted to the dwarf, so it's not looking at you. Its bony back is facing you.
I'm going to potentially regret this, but I'm going for that sword. I'm going to try to disarm him.
Okay, excellent. Believe it or not, we've never actually had a disarm attempt in D&D. No one has...
Nice.
Excellent.
No one has gone for that option, which kind of tells you the group that they are.
Brilliant.
So I would have to go and look up the actual rules for disarmament that are specific, but to make things simple, I'm just going to make it a dexterity check.
Okay. That's going to piss off somebody, right? Someone in chat now is just like... All right.
Yeah, it's more important that you keep the flow of things than...
So it'll be +5
everything.
if I can do it. 11.
I got some bad news for you.
Oh, no, Brandon, no!
So, again, we're going to attribute this to a lack of food. You don't know how long you've been... You just kind of awoke today. You don't know how long you've been down here. And you try to reach out and take the sword away from the skeleton, but it sees you and it gets an attack of opportunity, and it swings for your arm. What is your armor class?
14.
It misses.
Yeah.
Yes!
You nimbly just kind of back your hand away. Good news is, it's now looking. It's very single-minded, so now it's looking at the elf.
Okay.
Wait, was it? So did it ever? Wasn't it trying to chop his or?
It was. It was like reaching up with its sword, going to swing, and then it was like, oh wait, and swung at Elian.
So I'm like, so what's happening over there? Did that bloody rag work at all?
Shut up!
Greyhorn, it's your turn.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any other passageways or anything else around.
Okay, yeah. So on this side, on the side of the bars, it's just a flat wall with a few torches, kind of illuminating things. You can see that around your cell, there's another hallway that kind of leads to a back side. You don't know what's over there. You can go and investigate if you want, or you can deal with the skeleton.
I'm gonna try to get the skeleton's attention.
Okay. How do you do that?
I throw a piece of my door at it that I knocked down. Or is it one big solid thing?
It's one big solid
How
thing.
heavy is it? Can I pick it up?
But you could pick it up.
I'm gonna throw it at the skeleton.
Okay. Can I have you make a strength and dexterity check?
Yes.
So you're gonna throw it at the.
I'm gonna throw the door at the skeleton.
Well, it's a big door, so you're kind of throwing the door at the door.
Oh well, I thought the door was kind of open now. Is he still inside the cell when he came out?
he sliced a section of it and like peeled it back, but the door is still intact. He just kind of made a hole for himself to get in.
Okay.
Do you still want to throw the door?
No, that won't work.
It might distract him.
I'm gonna grab one of the torches on the wall.
Okay.
And try to use that to lure the skeleton.
How do you use the torch to lure the skeleton?
I burn it.
You try to reach through and burn the skeleton? Okay.
And I shout, aim for the face!
Can I have you make an attack? Just add your strength.
Okay.
So yeah, I like that.
So, you do stick the torch out, and you thrust it into the bony chest, or the bony back of the skeleton. And the bone does burn, but it doesn't burn very well. He just kind of looks back at you and seems mildly annoyed rather than actually upset. You do a tiny bit of damage to him, but it doesn't seem especially effective.
So, I go, anyone else have any ideas?
You gotta. Does he have initiative after that, or is this the skeleton?
No, it's June. It's your turn.
Can I even see what's happening in the?
You can see that the dwarf is like waving around this torch, but you can't see the skeleton and you can't see Elian.
Oh man. Do I have any, is there some way I have of giving Brad some sort of buff? You know what I mean? Can I empower his torch more or anything like that? Can I?
You can't empower his torch. You do have a buff that I believe is prepared. Mage armor. You can make Brad more resilient, but you can't.
Can you make me more resilient?
Can I make him resilient too? Or?
It depends on the nature of the spell. I believe for mage armor you have to. I think it's a touch spell, which means you'd have to be in sight, and you'd have to be able to like reach the bars and touch you.
Can I this magic missile? Can I use that on the skeleton?
You'd have to be able to see the skeleton.
I can't see him. I can only see him fumbling around with a torch.
Just keep one note. You could have used the magic missile. You could have tried to use the magic missile before when the skeleton was staying outside your cell because you could see it. But because you can't see it, it would be hard to target it now. And that doesn't mean magic missile couldn't be used in other ways. You also have another spell, Burning Hands, which shoots out a cone of flame.
Yeah.
That could be used in some ways as well.
And there's nothing else, no material objects in my cell though.
There's the cracked wall.
Yeah.
There's the door. There's the latrine.
The crack on my wall is the same wall as his, right? That he sees the crack through with the woman's head and the torches. It's the back wall of both of our cells.
It's not the same crack. It's
different cracks within the same wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back wall.
Exactly.
Okay. A magic missile. Is that something that could have any effect on a wall or no?
You could try.
I don't even know what it is.
So basically, what magic missiles is you shoot a bunch of arcane balls of energy that significantly damage enemies. You've used it in combat before. You've never used it to try to break out.
Have I ever used it on not on a person or a creature, but on any a tree or rocks, or have I ever used it to inflict damage in just the physical world?
You've only used it to hurt others. But you could try. if that's something you'd like to experiment with, you could try casting magic missile on the crack and see if it pops it open.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Okay. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart, this is on page 257 of the player's handbook for those interested. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. So in your case, the target would be the wall. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. So you would do 1d. So roll a d4 and add 1.
4.
Okay, so 5.
No, sorry, 3 plus 1.
Oh, 3 plus 1. Okay, sorry.
Is that the standard? Is just to tell you the number without the addition? Which do you prefer?
I've had it done in so many different ways that I get confused. Just do it the way you're doing. Just give me the total number with the bonus and everything. So, you use Magic Missile, and being a particularly adept wizard who spends a lot of time studying, it's very powerful. And these balls of energy actually create
Something like that.
an opening that you could crawl through to the other side if you want.
Beautiful. I do it fast.
Okay. So now we're kind of, that you guys can move around, we're kind of getting into speed. You can only, when you're in combat, you can only move so much per turn. As a human, you can move 30 feet. Okay. So you crawl through, that's about 5 feet of movement. You see the staircase.
Yeah.
And then to the left of the staircase, you actually see what I described to Elian. You see a stone face of a woman who has her left eye is a ruby eye, and then the right eye is missing. And then you see the back wall of all of your cells.
Mm-hmm.
You've already taken an action. You can move in any direction that you want. You've got like 25 more feet of movement. Do you want to move toward the stairs? Do you want to try to move around?
So I'll move towards, I see the opening, I assume also the small crack in the back of the wall of the cell next to me.
Yes.
So I'll move towards that.
Okay.
So that I can actually see and communicate into there. That's like my next position I have to move to, basically.
So you want to move toward
turn
the crack in Elian's cell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the same direction as the statue, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so the crack is on like this wall, and then the face of the woman is looking at it.
I see, right, okay.
Need a map for this room. It is now the skeleton's turn.
And can I shout in there in the same turn? Can I shout that I'm...
Yeah, you can shout.
Okay, so that I got out.
You can actually do it any time.
So I'm letting them know, that I got out. I'm on the other side of the wall, yeah.
Okay. So you all know that the mage is out and about.
Great.
It's the skeleton's turn. The skeleton is going to swing at your torch hand.
Okay.
It misses. Yes.
Nice.
Low rolls today. So that puts us back to Elian. It's your turn.
We're not in combat. We don't need to do initiative.
No, you're in combat. It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're at the top of the order.
We don't re-roll initiative every turn?
No. So for each combat sequence, whatever order you guys fell in remains the order throughout. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So he's facing
me.
Greyhorn.
The skeleton is facing Greyhorn. You can hear June saying that she got out, and she's right next to your crack.
I can hear that coming into the wall.
Yeah. He's going to make a joke now. No.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really going to help me.
But go ahead.
I was tempted to go for that sword again. But what were you going to say?
You can absolutely go for the sword again.
I think I absolutely will.
Okay.
Okay. I'm either getting out of this. I'm either running from the cell like a chicken, or I'm going to try to grab that thing.
Okay.
Just seems like the roguish thing to do. And that's what's that? Dexterity?
Yeah. Again, this is not
20.
Whoa.
Okay. So with the skeleton distracted, you very nimbly. In fact, the pommel of the sword, you actually pop it up out of his hand, and then like this cool, majestic move, you grab it out of the air, and now you have the sword, and the skeleton is like, "Whoa, what happened?" And he turns to look at you. Now, because the disarm is a full action, you can't attack, and since you're right next to it, if you move, he'll try to like hit you with his bony fist or something. So, do you want to try to move and take an attack of opportunity, or do you want to stay put?
No, I'm pretty stoked about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. Also, because I don't know if he's gonna come running into the cell, so
sure.
I don't want to injure him unnecessarily.
Speaking of Greyhorn, it's your turn. You see that the skeleton is disarmed.
Okay. Is there anything in your cell you can use? I'm I'm asking them to see if they find anything in there.
Well, June's not in her cell, and you can see everything inside of Elian's cell because you're right in front of it.
Okay, well, I'm talking to June, if there's anything he can see. Or she.
Okay.
If I had a ruby in the shape of a right eye, I'd be in business.
So do I hear that after I've
Yes.
removed the sword?
Yes.
There's some sort of totem back here.
Well, we'll just have to keep looking for that.
Okay.
So, okay. So his cell door is open, right? Or like I can attack the skeleton if I wanted to?
No.
Okay.
Elian's cell door is in the exact same shape that it was last time. The only change that happened is June didn't even open her cell door. She just got through a crack in the back of the wall. She forced it open with her magic.
Are you sure there isn't any jewel around?
So try to stay away from stuff like that. Like, you have no idea.
Okay.
You haven't even seen the statue of the woman.
Okay, so I'm going to try to pull the skeleton away from Brandon. Like, pull him through this, like, towards me.
Okay, so you're going to try to reach out and grab him?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have you make an attack? But don't add any bonus. Just roll a raw d20. So, unfortunately, your short, stubby little dwarf hands try to reach and grab the skeleton, but you get nothing but air.
Okay. So, I'm going to try to explore a little.
Okay. Where do you want to move? So you can go around your original cell into the other hallway if you want. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back there, you see the staircase leading up to an open door that's lit, and you also see the statue with the woman missing a ruby eye.
Oh, he came through back
So
to
we're-
her
Yeah,
lamp?
you guys
we're
meet
both-
each other. You see each other for the very
cool.
first time.
All right, cool.
Because of this, you can either have me describe how each of you looks real quick, or you can describe yourselves.
Yeah, sure. I'll describe myself.
Okay.
So, I have all black hair and a black beard with some gray peppered out throughout my beard.
Okay. I like it.
Just
Any other distinguishing features?
Really long hair too,
Okay.
and my height probably about 4 feet tall.
That's generous. Yeah. But
I'm a bigger dwarf.
okay. Don, how would you like to describe June? How she looks?
I've got a fairly short, spiky black hair
Okay.
with white highlights in it,
Okay.
and I've got a large cloak made of a bunch of different animal furs all sewn together.
Okay. So you see what looks like kind of a crazy hermit.
Yeah.
How do you guys interact with each other? This is the first time you're aware of each other's existence.
I just go, what the devil?
And I'm like, now I see why it took us so long to get out of there.
I like that. I like that. Brett, since you've already made the action of trying to pull the skeleton towards you, you can't make any other action this turn.
Okay.
So we'll move on. June,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay, so can I tell that there's nothing else in this room other than the statue and the staircase leading up?
The staircase. You can investigate further, but as far as you know, this is everything.
So I'm going to be like, if you want, you can stay down here to try to help him. I'm going to go up real fast and see if I can find a way to get this skeleton out of there.
So you're going to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carefully, I guess.
Sure. So you go up the stairs, you go through the door, and you're surprised by what you see. It's actually an old, broken down, completely abandoned inn. And you're right next to the bar. You see wooden tables and chairs overturned. There's mold growing in the corner. It seems like it's been abandoned for quite some time. It's in total disrepair. There's broken pieces of glass, strange stains all around the wooden floor. And there's an exit to the outside. There's 2 wooden doors kind of at the exit, but there's also a staircase leading to another level.
Can I go up to the other level?
Yes, but we will do that next turn. So it's skeleton, and what he tries to do to you, Elian, is he actually reaches for your throat.
Uh-huh.
What is your armor class?
14.
Okay.
That's a good roll.
He grabs you and actually starts choking you.
Ooh.
You take 4 damage.
Oh, man. That's not good.
Are you at 2?
I'm at 2.
Okay. You feel the life slowly being drained out of you.
Oh, hell! Can I toss the ruby through the wall?
You could. The easiest way to toss the ruby would be to toss it, try to throw it through the hole that the skeleton climbed through. You can try to do that.
But that's like into the hallway. They're not in there, right?
I mean, they could come around. You could
yeah.
say, come around to the other side through your choked voice. You could try to communicate.
Yeah,
with them.
I'll scream, take this, and I'll throw it.
Unfortunately, if you want to do that, you'll have. It is your turn. It is your turn. Yeah. So you throw. You pull the ruby
That'll
out of
be
your
my
pocket.
turn. I can't like do that and try to like wrestle out of its grasp.
Yeah, that would be 2 different things.
I should probably try to wrestle out of its grasp then. I'm try to get the hell out of the cell.
Okay, so make an acrobatics check, please.
Ooh. Okay. 3, and I am proficient in that.
So it's a +5.
All right. And 20?
Mm-hmm.
Feet don't fail me now. Oh, nice. 22.
You are as slippery as they come. You kind of kick into the skeleton's bony chest, and you actually snap off its arm that's choking you, and it falls to the ground. And now you're about 5 feet away from the skeleton, and it's not happy that you just did that. You can try to. That was your action. You can still move if you want.
Yeah, I'll move towards the door.
Okay. It kind of swings at you, but it misses, and you actually kind of roll to the door, and you can easily get out if you want. The hole is big enough that you could nimbly get through it.
Am I bringing the sword with me while I'm
You
doing all
actually
this?
still have the sword in your hand. Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get out of Dodge.
Okay. So you're out of the cell.
Thanks a lot.
I tried to get that ruby.
You and your stubby arms, Brad.
I tried to help at least.
It's true.
Greyhorn, it's your turn.
Okay, so I hear Brandon.
He's pretty much right next to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're on the other side. You're on the other side of the cells.
So I hear him get out.
You hear him get out.
And I say to Don's character, and I go, "Oh, look who made it out! I believe our elf friend is safe."
Don's not with you. He's
he
up
left,
the stairs.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run. I hear Brandon's character come out, so I'm gonna run towards Brandon's character.
Okay. You see that Elian, Brandon, is out of his cell, and the skeleton is moving toward the door.
Okay. So me and Brandon are out. I'm gonna say, "Let's get out of here."
Okay.
We're gonna
So
book it.
you leave up the stairs as well?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Yeah, we book it.
I need to know, is that what you also want to do? Do you want to leave and go up the stairs?
I'm following him. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll break combat because you're much quicker than the skeleton. It would take him a while to get out the door. You guys also go up, and now you're in the disheveled end. That is exactly like how I described it to June, and you see June up there at the top of the stairs. So you're all meeting each other for the first time. Brandon, how would you like to describe your character to others? They've seen you before, but
there's not a lot to me. I mean, I'm probably like a little bit shorter than you, obviously taller than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like my hair, I have long hair, but it's pulled back, but it's like super wispy. So there's just like it's just kind of frazzled because I like slept on the floor. And yeah, just not a lot to what I'm wearing. Super simple.
Okay.
So not a lot of lots of pockets though.
Cool.
So is it my turn still?
So we're out of turns.
Okay.
You guys have essentially successfully escaped the skeleton. It might try to come after you later, but
Okay. I'm gonna check the door that we came out of, see if it has a lock on it to lock the door behind us.
there. You can bar like you know those old medieval doors where
Yes,
you
it
could put
has
like
the-
a wood thing on it.
Yeah.
You can try to find something to put in there. There isn't a bar there already, but you can find something like that to lock it.
Okay, so I'm gonna search around for anything that I can use.
Okay, you see overturned tables and chairs, all of which are made of wood.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to break one of the chair legs off or table legs.
Sure. You actually break a big chunk of the table and you slide that in, and the
Okay.
door is successfully locked.
Okay.
Keep in mind that you guys still don't have any of your equipment. Brandon, you're the only one with a weapon. So the door's locked. You guys are safe for now. You can either go outside or you can go up the staircase that leads to the second level.
How does healing work? Is there anything I can do? Not be a death's door at the moment.
Yes. So you can use magic, you can use potions, both of which are not available to you. The other thing you can do is you can rest. So if you rest for a full 8 hours, a good night's sleep, you'll be restored. But depending on where you rest, that leaves you vulnerable as well.
Right.
Can I heal him in any way, or can I
No.
look around for something? No.
No, so the way that it works in D&D is wizards are like primarily offensive type characters. Clerics are the ones that kind of heal and support, as do paladins. Druids can also do that as well. So you're not very
Had to be a wizard.
capable of healing. Yep. Do you want to try to rest?
We can go upstairs to maybe even
I'm not gonna-
fortify ourselves in a
Yeah.
safer place.
I'm not gonna rest, but for at least the next 5 minutes, I'm out. I'm
Okay.
just like I'm kind of
Panting.
holding myself up with the sword. Just
Okay.
like
Okay.
I am officially out of ideas. I will say as much if neither one of you knuckleheads thinks of something.
So we're gonna try to explore and let Brandon rest for a second to see what's in the next room.
Okay. By the next room, you mean you're going to go upstairs
Yeah.
and investigate?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go up the stairs. June, do you follow Greyhorn?
Yes.
Okay. So you go upstairs, and this is clearly where the patrons of the inn would come and rest. These are their rooms. You see a hallway. At the end, there's a painting, but there's like claw marks through it. You can't immediately tell what it is. On each side of the hallway, there are 3 doors, which presumably lead each to their own individual room.
Okay. So I'm gonna search one of the rooms.
Okay. Which room do you search?
The first one on the left.
Okay. So you open the door, and you see something very concerning. Inside, on the bed, is a family, a human family, that's been murdered. The sheets are soaked in blood. And they look very similar to the corpse that you saw in the prison. Their skin has been burned. They're missing their eyes. But it's one of the adult corpse is kind of like wrapped around these 2 children, like trying to hold them for safety. You see a leather bag on the ground at the foot of the bed.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the leather bag.
Okay. Inside the bag is a leather-bound journal and also 10 pieces of gold.
Open up the journal. Read it.
Okay. Inside the journal is an account of this family. It's written by a human woman. She says that they left their town of Radagast to come to this small village. She doesn't name the village. She just says this small village. And they were escaping from an abusive husband and father. So they came here for safety. And that's the first mark, the first entry in the journal. The next entry says that something's been going on. She's been hearing loud screams and noises at night. And then the third entry it talks about a danger. It says we have to stay away from the danger. We're going to try to stay in this room and be as calm and quiet as possible. The innkeeper has barred the doors and windows, and we're just going to try to stay here. We're going to stay safe. And that's the last entry.
Okay. I close the journal.
Okay.
And I search their corpses for anything.
Okay. So the clothing that they were wearing, just really plain, simple clothing, is kind of burned into their skin. Can I have you make an investigation check, please?
Yeah, let's see. +1.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Not good. 2.
You don't find anything.
Ah.
June, is there anything you'd like to do in this room?
Is there can I see out the window by any chance? We're on the second floor?
Yeah.
Is there a window? Can I look out the window?
Absolutely. So, outside of the window, you see the rest of the village. The way that it's set up is there's this enormous fountain in the center, and buildings are kind of surrounding the fountain. However, the fountain has been completely drained. It's marble chipped. All of the buildings look like they've been burned and damaged in a bunch of different ways. They're in the same sort of disrepair as the inn. However, what is curiously and ominously pristine is a chapel that's about a football field's length away north of the fountain. And there you can see these faded stained glass windows surrounding the chapel. And there's a bell, and it's almost eerie. Like as soon as you look at the chapel, the giant bell at the top of this chapel starts ringing.
Sadler. Sorry.
That's what I was thinking.
What did you say?
It's Resident Evil 4.
Oh. So that's what you see.
Okay. I don't think we're safe here. What do you think?
You also hear the bell, and you hear the bell as well.
I think you're right. We need to find our equipment and get out of here as soon as possible.
We need to find something so we can carry our new friend down there out of here, since he's not strong enough to carry himself.
I hear that. I'm slowly coming up. Like,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm like just coming into the hallway, like finally exiting that room. And I'm just like, I can hold my own, but the two of you better arm yourselves.
You're right, Elf. Let's keep searching these rooms, see if we can find anything. So I search one room, and Dawn searches the other one.
Speaking for Don.
Okay, so
Split up.
Yes. Let's split it up.
So you're going to try to cover as much ground as possible.
Correct.
You want to try to explore all the rooms. Okay, so
I go into the first room because I haven't seen it, and I'm just
yeah,
oh,
you see
these
the
people and
ghastly
look
scene.
at the church and all that stuff.
Okay. So you go into the first room on the right, and Don, you go into the second room on the left. First room on the right, you open it, and you see the back of a very similar looking skeleton facing you. So it isn't facing you, it's you see its back.
Okay.
It's holding another copper sword,
Another copper sword.
standing over the corpse of a halfling.
I slowly shut the door.
Okay?
There's another skeleton.
Yeah, so maybe instead of like going into my room, I'm just gonna look through the keyhole. You know.
Okay, I like that. Can you make a perception check, please?
Oh, so the total is 7.
The inside of your room is just completely empty. It just looks like a normal room. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's been disturbed. Like the bed is still made, everything is still in order. It seems like nothing has happened in this room, which is odd, considering how thoroughly damaged the rest of the place is.
Okay. Looks like this room's empty. What did you see in there?
Shh. Another another skeleton in there.
I've told you this place doesn't seem safe. Are we gonna leave yet? Or do you want to check this last room?
So I'll walk over to Brandon quietly, and I'll say, I think we can take this skeleton. Give me your sword. You're too injured.
Sure.
So I take the sword,
Okay.
then walk over to that door,
Okay.
and I kick open the door.
Of the
Okay.
empty room or the other
No,
room?
the one with the skeleton. Kick open the door.
Okay. Can I have you make a strength check?
Yeah, 2. So 4.
Okay.
Proficiency bonusing.
No. It'd just be normal.
Okay, so just 2.
Yep.
All right.
What'd you
It's
get?
18, so 20.
Okay. So you kick the door so hard that it flies off its hinges, hitting the skeleton and knocking the skeleton flat on its face. Can I have everyone roll initiative, please? Not that this will take very long.
13.
Okay.
18.
Can you hand me the pencil, please?
Oh, do you need me to roll again too?
Yeah.
Great.
You said 13 or less?
13, yeah.
And you said 18, June? What'd you get?
So, correct, 18.
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay, 5. Since you caught this skeleton off guard, I'm actually going to give you the first action, even though you're not first in the order.
Okay. I'm gonna
Cheater.
swing at the arm holding his copper sword to cut it off, pretty much.
Okay. You've since this skeleton is completely prone, you actually have advantage on the attack, which means you roll your d20 twice, and you take the higher number.
Oh, cool. Not good. Please. Not good. Oh my god. No.
Did you roll a 4 twice?
Yes. Snake eyes?
So, this skeleton is completely defenseless, flat on its face.
Yeah.
You, a skilled warrior, holding the sword over it, you swing down and just completely whiff.
My head's bleeding.
Sure. Been through a lot.
I shout, give me a hand.
June, it's your turn.
Okay.
I even make a motion, like, after you, June.
Oh, for after
Yeah,
me to go
after-
into the room?
It's all yours.
Okay, I'll do a somersault into the room. Oh, am I already in the room?
No, the way that it works is this hallway has 6 doors. The skeleton is here. You were right here looking through the keyhole. So you'd have to go across.
So can
And into the room.
would I be able to dive across the hallway into the room and cast the spell?
Yeah, why do you want to dive into the
I don't know, just because it would be cool.
Sure. That's a valid reason.
I'm gonna like dive, do a roll, and then I'm gonna be kind of like down on one knee.
Okay.
And like the other, kind of like that. And then
Absolutely.
the door is on top of the skeleton, right?
It's not on top of it. It like hit it and then like landed to the side of it. So no, it's not on top of the skeleton.
Oh, huh. Okay, well, I'll try to, but the skeleton's laying on the floor, yeah?
Yes.
So is my burning hands a powerful enough thing that I can fire it at the floor with the skeleton and try to just like burn a hole ignite a hole in the floor to just drop it right through to the first floor?
Whoa.
It's so intense.
Backflip into the floor drop.
Yeah.
So the way that
I'm thinking outside the box.
the way that burning hands work is it actually shoots a cone of flame.
Yeah.
You could like put your hands
Right.
right there and you
Make
could
like
do
a
that. You
circle
could
and
do
then
that.
just like a portal.
Just to give you the most accurate description possible, let me read this spell description real quick. This is intense.
We're
Don.
never going to get our weapons back.
Don't want to light this room on fire. Our weapons might be in this room.
Burning Hands is on page 220 of the player's handbook. As you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. So since it's prone, it can't save itself. A creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a fail save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So yeah, you can totally do this. The fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. Can you roll 3d6, please? Oh,
I'm focusing my cone at the floor, though, right? Yeah.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
What do I have to roll?
3d6.
Okay. Simultaneously? Have another one? Does it matter? Can I throw them all?
We're going through this no matter what, but I did kind of say that a lot of the inn is made of wood, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only reason I thought I could burn through the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so 7, and then another 6, so 13.
13.
I don't add anything to that, right?
No.
Okay.
It's as it is. So not only do you completely ignite the skeleton, burning it, like just burning its bones into fine powder, your cone of flame shoots through the ground.
Yes.
And actually extends far enough that you burn the ground below. Unfortunately, the fire keeps going and sort of licks the ground and then spreads out and latches onto the walls, lighting the entire room on fire and spreading very quickly.
Oh, our room or the room below?
Oh, your room.
Our room ignites in fire.
Yeah. And so it seems as though right now that the inn is burning down.
Good going.
Oh, also, the copper sword burned as well. You melted the sword.
Whoops.
Good going.
Well,
I gotta get out of here.
I got rid of him, didn't I?
You did. You did get rid of him.
I rush in. What did I miss?
You see that the room is on fire.
Do we know a way out of here?
The window.
You saw the exit. You saw you have to go to the ground below.
Oh, okay.
But
we came in through like the basement. There's like another exit.
We're up on the
Like the
second
front
floor
door.
now.
you're on the second floor, yeah.
Yeah.
So the two ways to get down to the floor, you can either jump through the hole, or you can run out and go down the stairs and go through.
Oh, no window. Can't go through the window.
There is a window. Yes, you could dive through the window as well. There's one window you could dive through it, yeah. So basically, all of you have to escape. You can do it collectively, or you can individually.
I'm
do it.
out.
It's up to you.
Everybody out for himself. I'm out.
Okay. How do you escape?
I gotta go the long way, just towards the part of the building that's not burning, towards the staircase and the front door.
Okay, so you go the long way.
I follow.
You also go the long way.
Do I have
June.
time to look outside of the window real quick at the landing area before I...
Things are burning quickly. It's a risk you'd have to take. If you want to,
I just go
dive,
through the window.
Just dive through the window.
Yeah.
Action movie.
Okay. So as you two are running for the door the long way, the fire is wreaking havoc on this dilapidated building. Rubble is kind of falling. The ceiling is collapsing. So could I have you guys make a dexterity check, please?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Intense. Oh,
Nice.
21.
This is also a saving throw, so you can add your proficiency.
Oh no.
Oh wait, Don, you have a different saving throw.
Okay.
You're diving out the window.
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah.
I got 4.
Okay.
21.
You got 21. This is good. This is good D&D right
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Okay. Don, your magic. Okay. So you both make it to the bottom of the stairs successfully. You're both running to the door. You are in front of him. And you make it to the door and you look back. And you see a Greyhorn, a giant wooden beam is falling on top of him, crushing him.
Oh no.
In fact, you take significant damage.
Oh,
Your
no.
legs.
Oh no. My legs.
You take 4 damage.
Oh boy.
And you're completely pinned down.
Did we do a math? Do you know how much health you have now?
So you took 1 damage from the nick.
Mm-hmm.
Took 4 damage from this, so you've lost 5 damage. You've lost 5 health, so you're at 7. You're at 6.
Yeah, because when he reached in the second time, he just couldn't even grab it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're at 6. So, Elian, I'm gonna kind of give you a dilemma here. You can either escape scot-free and forget about this dwarf that you don't really know that much about, or you can go back and help him.
I'll help him, but I'm not happy about it at all. I'm really not happy about this.
Okay. Can I have you make another dexterity saving throw?
I'll even like before I do it. Oh jeez.
You're also free to act Greyhorn as well. You can try to pull yourself out.
Yeah, I'm trying to push the wood off.
So you get over there quickly. Like you just leap over there. How do you want to help him?
Is the beam on fire?
The ends of the beam are on fire, but the middle where he actually got crushed.
So
is not.
Yeah, in the process, I'm trying to push it up off me.
They're back in the lobby?
Yeah,
you're in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a scrawny bastard, but I'll push within the direction he's pushing. Basically, just try to give him a little more
Can both of you
assistance.
make a strength check?
Dude, this is not going to be pretty. I got nothing. 12.
You're successful!
Yes!
You, with all of your might, you push the beam.
Both of you.
Just barely off of him. Your legs have been crushed. You can try to walk, but it may not turn out very well.
Give me a hand, please. I put my arm around.
Okay, so you're kind of leaning on him for support?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of checks here. It's kind of a chaotic sequence. Can you make one more dexterity check, Elliot?
Oh no, 7.
No! Oh no!
Damn pen, hit the pen.
Another beam falls.
No!
Can I have both of you make a dexterity check? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Actually, never mind. Nope, never mind. It's too late.
Uh-oh.
You both take 2 damage.
Oh,
out.
no.
You're out?
It's 0.
Oh, no!
So
You're at 4?
he gets knocked out.
Uh-huh.
I go, Wizard! Wizard!
Oh, so what am I ready? What's happening now? Am I ready?
So the time can work strangely in D&D.
Yeah.
You hear Greyhorn calling out for help before you dive through the window. So you can either dive through the window and go through with that action, or you can chase after the voice. You can dive out the window and then chase after the voice too if you want.
Do I have enough time in this action to go through the window and then come in through the front door of the hotel?
You don't know.
Don't know. What would I judge just from my spatial awareness of coming up the stairs and all that? The distance, would I imagine the distance from me there going through the hallway down to the lobby compared to down to out through the window and into the front of the hotel? Is that a similar distance?
I can tell you that it would be much faster to dive through the window. But you're on the 2nd story, so jumping through the window might severely hurt you, depending on how you roll. It's a risk either way, but they're different risks.
Okay, I'll come down. I'll just come down through to the lobby.
Okay, can I have you make a dexterity check?
Which one, D20?
Yeah. And then add your dexterity bonus.
Wait, so I'm coming down the stairs
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I really wanted to go through the window. 15.
Okay.
Plus anything? I don't know.
Yep, you're good. You make it through. You make it to them.
Good.
You see that Elian is completely knocked unconscious, and that the dwarf's legs are impaired.
Yeah.
Give us a hand!
Oh, but they're not on fire or anything. Nothing's burning them.
Not yet.
I'm still trying to... So am I just crawling on the floor kind of right now?
You're not. You're just lying there, and as the mage comes towards you.
Okay. Is there both of these? They're both much heavier than me, or what? Like
they're both.
Would I estimate that I could drag these?
The elf is actually probably a little bit lighter than you. The dwarf is much heavier. You could try to drag them. Yes.
And then you said there's a bar though in this lobby. Yeah.
There's a bar. It's on fire right now.
Is there? There's no amount of liquid there that I could realistically create. Like if I wanted to create a safe.
I mean, you can.
I can't there's no big jug I can grab and bash on the floor right there to create like a puddle of safety.
No, you could try. You're putting yourself at further risk. Do you want some advice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sure. I don't know. Why not?
You don't have a lot of time. If you try to solve anything or look for anything, you will almost certainly...
If it doesn't work out, we're going to die.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think the best option would be to try to drag them to safety through the doors.
I was trying to think of something more complicated, but... All right, let's do it. So I'll try to drag them real quickly out the door.
Okay, make a strength check. Are you trying to drag both at the same time, or do you want to get one out and then go after the other?
Let's see. Brandon is unconscious? Or
Yes.
Correct.
Elion is unconscious, and his legs are crushed.
Yes.
And they're both at the exact same place.
Yes. It's up to you. You can do both. You can try to drag both at once, or you can get one out and then come back.
Can I try crawling?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to start trying to crawl for the door.
Okay. So you see that Greyhorn is trying to crawl toward the door. He's not even really paying attention.
Get
to
the
you.
elf!
Is he making any he's successfully crawling?
I don't know yet. You just see that he's starting to crawl.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll grab the elf
Okay.
and drag him towards the front door.
Okay. Both of you make a strength check.
Come on.
Please. 14.
Oh. This is hard to read. Okay, so 17, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's extraordinarily hard to read.
Yeah.
You move
flash dice.
you move faster than Greyhorn, and you're kind of dragging the elf, and you just, as you're dragging, you push open the doors,
Okay.
and you make it to the outside. Not long after, you manage with all of your strength to crawl out on the ground. As soon as you guys get out, the inn collapses in on itself, and it just becomes this pile of rubble.
Nice.
But you're all alive. Brandon, when you get to zero hit points, what you do in 5th edition D&D is you have to roll to see if you die or not. And we're just going to do this all at once.
Okay.
So basically it's a death roll. And I'm going to have you roll until you get 3 successes or 3 failures. If you roll below a 10, it's a failure. If you roll a 10 or above, it's a success. So just roll away.
I went back for you. I just want to remind that.
I know.
I was
didn't
in
forget.
myself fighting a skeleton while you ran upstairs.
I tried to get the jewel.
I just wanted to make sure both of those
Who
things
knows
were
what would have
covered.
happened if I put that in the eye socket?
That would be a
We're-
failure.
Well, okay, so 1 failure.
Come on,
Yep.
come on. Yes.
That would be a success.
Okay. This is happening while
Yes.
One
you're...
success.
Okay.
Yes.
3 successes.
Okay.
He lives.
Okay, so you're stabilized. You're still at 0 hit points. You're still
So
unconscious, but
close.
you're not dead. In order to get better, you probably you since you have use of your legs should try to do a medicine check on him, just to kind of stabilize him, and then you guys should find a place to rest.
Yeah.
But we can deal with all of that next time.
Oh,
my
no!
God.
No!
Wow.
Good God.
Thanks everybody for watching. Again, this is the first time we've done this, so I apologize if things moved a little bit more slowly than you would have liked, or
Fast and loose.
yeah, we're just getting our bearings with this group. But I appreciate you guys
Yeah,
going through
dude.
the effort and playing some Dungeons and Dragons. See you next week.
Thanks, guys.